Hi, third graders. Happy Friday. Today we are going to reread the entire story Back of the Bus by Aaron Reynolds and illustrated by Floyd Cooper. Now that you have listened to the story, as well as completed your social studies work for the week and learned more about Rosa Parks, we're going to read the text the whole way through. After listening to this story again, please click on the link and watch the video to learn even more about Rosa Parks. Let's review real quick. This text, Back of the Bus, is a historical fiction, meaning that some of the things that happen in this story are true. We know Rosa Parks was a real person. We know Rosa Parks refused to change her seat. We know Rosa Parks was a very important person in the civil rights movement to change how black people were treated in America. Let's read the whole thing through. So again, this is called Back of the Bus. As I read, please take note at the illustrations in this text. December 1st, 1955, Montgomery, Alabama. Winter's here in Montgomery, but I got that window down and a warm breeze blowing in as Mama and me huffed down Cleveland Avenue on the big old bus. We're sitting right where we're supposed to, way in the back. I take out my marble all shiny and bright like a big old tiger's eye and lay it in the grooves of the aisle. The bus slows down and that marble rolls and rolls, but a dark hand jumps out from a seat up front and grabs my marble. I'm going to stop now. It makes sense why the author said we're sitting right where we're supposed to, way in the back. Looking at our main character, we know that this boy is black. He wasn't allowed to sit on the front of the bus. He could only sit in the back. Here, the author is letting us know that a dark hand jumps out on the front of the bus and grabs the marble. The author is trying to let us know that Rosa Parks is sitting in the front. And Rosa Parks is a black woman. But it's just Mrs. Parks from the tailor shop. She looks back, smiling, flings a wink at me, and sets that marble back in its groove. That bus takes off again, and my marble comes right back to me, like I got it on a string. Mama shakes no at me, and I hold it snug in my hand. She's got them worked all day eyes, but she's got her strong chin on. The bus slams to a stop. Doors slinging open and people piling on, all crammed like lima beans. That long, dark aisle's all packed in, jammed up tight, and I'm glad that my marble's tucked in safe. Y'all gotta move now. It's Mr. Blake, the driver. I can't see him because of the people jam, but I know that growly old voice. Some folks get up, new ones sit down. But still, that bus is sitting there, stopped. Take a minute right now. Look at this illustration. Again, the author is using the pictures to help us understand what's going on. We see that now white people are sitting on the front of the bus. We see that black people are standing on the back. We see that black people needed to get up and give their seat to a white person. Somebody is talking back, but I can't hear the words. Just Mr. Blake saying, I'm gonna call the police now. We sit and sit, not going no place, nothing to do but sweat, so I roll my marble on that sticky old seat and catch it before it goes down the crack. But Mama says, put it away, child. I hear Mama's crinkled up, something's wrong voice, and I hunker that brown tiger's eye down deep into my pocket like it's hiding. Some folks look back, giving us angry eyes. We do something wrong, Mama? I say all soft. No, we ain't, she says. But I ain't sure, 'cause I'm getting shaky legs. Some folks are doing mean scratchy whispers and somebody's sitting up front. And then I see who it is, way from the back. Mrs. Parks, that's who. She don't belong up front like that, and them folks all know it. But she's sitting right there, her eyes all fierce like a lightning storm, like maybe she does belong up there. And I start thinking, maybe she does too. We know that black people were not treated fairly in America. There were laws and rules that treated black people different from white people. Having black people sit in the back of the bus was not fair. Rosa Parks, on this day, this real day, December 1st, she refused to get up from her seat. She, fierce like a lightning storm, so she stood her ground. She was not going to move. She belongs up there. How do you think she was feeling on this day? She might have been nervous, but she certainly didn't show it. 15 whole minutes we sit, but it feels like a big bunch more. That breeze is long gone and I want me a drink real bad. But then the policeman comes. He walks right on my bus. I'm all shaky inside now. Then Lima Bean people spread aside, and he stops at the way up front seat. Why won't you move and give this man your seat? He says to Mrs. Parks. But she don't move. She just sitting in that seat like a turnip pile. I don't think I should have to stand up, she says. Why do you push us folks around? Her voice is all soft, but she's got her strong chin too, just like Mama's. Rosa Parks peacefully protested the unfair treatment of blacks in America. Rosa Parks did not yell. It says right here, her voice is all soft. Rosa Parks did not use violence. All she did was sit there and not get up. All she does is ask the police officer, why do you push us folks around? When she says us folks, she means black people. Why are there laws and rules that do not treat black people as they treat white people? She is protesting peacefully this unfair law that black people have to sit in the back of the bus and only white people could sit in the front. Let's keep reading. That policeman clicks some metal things on her hands, quick and loud, like the screen door slamming, and off the bus they go. So at this point in the story, we know, again, no fight, no argument. The policeman just arrests Rosa, or Mrs. Parks. More people sit, and then the air ain't warm no more. She's getting hauled off to jail, or worse, and I'm watching out the window. Mama, too, with them long, tired eyes. There you go, Rosa Parks, stirring up a nest of hornets. Stirring up a nest of hornets? Hornets is a way to say Rosa Parks is starting some trouble. Mama says it in her herself voice, but I hear. I see something too. She's got Mrs. Parks' lightning storm eyes now. We in trouble, Mama? I say all soft. No, we ain't, she says. Don't you worry none. Tomorrow, all this'll be forgotten. Funny how now we know that Rosa Parks' small action of refusing to get off the bus was one of the first protests in the civil rights movement. But I got something in me, all pale and punchy, saying it won't be. Don't know why, but instead of feeling all shaky, I feel a little strong, like Mama's chin. I take out my marble and I start to hide it in my squeezy tape fist. But instead I hold it up to the light, right out in the open. That thing shines all brown and golden in the sunlight, like it's smiling, I think, 'cause it ain't gotta hide no more. The author chooses to end this story with the little boy, our main character, feeling hopeful because he doesn't have to hide his marble anymore. We know that this day was an instrumental day in the civil rights movement. We know that Rosa Parks peacefully chose to not give up her seat. And we know that this action led to many, many other actions where people were fighting for the equal treatment of black people and white people in America. For today's writing assignment, I want you to write about how Rosa Parks peacefully protested. The key word is peaceful. Please find the pages you need in this video. Don't forget, you can always pause so you can use text, words, sentences from the book in your writing. Thanks so much, guys. We really hope that you liked this book as much as me and the other third grade teachers like it.